Hello, welcome to Car Drives with Claire. This is the fifth episode. Oh my gosh, hi guys. I'm sorry if the audio is a little bad today. It is really hot outside and my car is steaming. And so I just have my engine on, so just be aware of that. I'm sorry if it does not sound good. I know the last episode I listened back and wasn't the best audio, but like we're getting there. I mean, it's fine. Um, but hello, how's everybody doing today? I love you guys and I miss you guys, even if like I don't even know who you are. um, let's talk about it today. I'm excited for this one because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about today. I just knew that like I just wanted to talk about something that was related to what I'm doing. Like I just wanted to talk about something that I thought I'm very passionate about, I guess. And I got requested this one and I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I definitely this is true to me today. Like this is what's going on with my life and I can talk about it. So um let's get into it. So my day today was actually pretty good. I went to school today and I was exhausted because like I had like a I don't know, I slept a lot yesterday just because I went to like an early morning seminary and like that it was like 5 a.m. I woke up and it was just like whoa, going from like 5 a.m. wake up to like I don't know. Anyway, I just woke up really early and then I was really tired. So then I got really tired today. So I was like, you know what? I just want to miss school and I'm a senior. So like, let's just take a Claire day. And so I skipped a class today and I just went and got boba because I get free boba at work. And, it was a good decision because I love boba. And like, I just personally just like wanted to skip school and I did that and, it's fine. Um, I didn't even really tell my mom, but like whatever. Anyway, so I then came home and then I just worked out. That's why I kind of look a little crusty. Like it's weird because like I film these thinking like, oh, I should look put together. But like honestly, like who cares? And it's also like we're trying to be deep in conversation and like I feel like I'm just like stripped down and I'm like ready to dive deep. And so like it doesn't necessarily matter what I look like and like I don't really care, to be honest. That's why like I'm here today looking the way I am. And it's fine. Like I honestly really don't care, but yeah, I think it makes it more real and genuine. Um but yeah. So today's been good. I hope you guys had a great day, but let's just get into the topic. So today is future. Like what's up with my future? Where am I headed? I'm a senior in high school. I'm 18. Um and let's talk about like what my journey looks like after high school and how I've figured out like where I want to what I want to do, where I want to go, and how I've came up to everything. So I'm going to basically tell a few stories, tell like my life like journey, I guess, and get into some advice as well. And yeah, I'm excited for this one. So I have always really known like what I've wanted to do with my future. I've always just kind of just known. Like I've been a dancer for about 9 years now. I did dance when I was young, so probably more than 9 years, to be honest, because I was just a baby when I was dancing. But like that doesn't really count in like any dancer's book. Like that doesn't matter. I mean, some it does because like they've been dancing since they were 3 and they're still dancing today. Like it's kind of like that type of thing. But like I've been dancing since I was 3 up until like probably like 6 or 5 or 7 or whatever. But then I stopped and then I played soccer and then here I am dancing 9 years later. Like yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I also took a year break in between everything, so I would say more like around 8 years. But yeah, it's been a journey and I love dance. And so I've always known what I wanted to do. Like I as a young kid, like in kindergarten, I always told like my teachers, told my friends, like when I grow up, I want to be a teacher. And I've always wanted to be a teacher. Like always wanted to teach people. I would also like have like my friends over and we would like I had like these little tables. Like I think they were like bedside table, not bedside tables, like food trays that you would like we would just make into the little tables and then I would like make tests like probably like 1 plus 3, what is that, like, and I would make tests and I would have like a little whiteboard and I would have like all my friends like over and we would just play that. Like I just wanted to be the teacher so bad. So, like, that's been I just love teaching. And so then when I came into dance, I was like, wow, I want to be a dance teacher. And I've luckily gotten a lot of training in that. And I'm very grateful for my last studio because I love teaching kids, and I actually got a job as that. And I also got the training as an assistant teacher for a few years. And when I came back as a year later after my year long break, it was like mid 2020 when I left, or when I came back. And so I took a year long break off of dance, and I took that off just because I needed to like figure out like what I wanted to do with my life, and also just kind of like spend more time with friends and just kind of live life, because at the time like I was just, dance was my life. I was dancing every second of every day, and it was so much fun, don't get me wrong, but I think I just personally needed that time off to like really see like what I was going to do with my life. And it was very like confusing, dark time, I feel like, but because like dancing has been my happiness, my joy, and my love for so long, and then all of a sudden I'm out of it, and then like, okay, well now I'm gonna take a few classes here and there at studios, and I just like took some classes, and I also took like this like BYU dance intensive, and that was really fun, but like I also just didn't dance as much, and it wasn't making me happy, my body happy, and it just, I wasn't fulfilled, because dance has been always been like there for me, and I love dance, and it's how I express myself. And so I was like, you know what, yeah, I want to go to college for dance, and that is where I'm headed. So I called my dance teacher, and I was like, hey, I want to come back. And so she openly brought me back and everything. And um I honestly feel like I regret the time I came back. I feel like I should have came back a little earlier, or maybe should not have taken the year off. But I think I'm still actually grateful that I took the year off, because I learned more about like myself and like actually what my future holds and everything. But um I I was trying to figure out like, you know, I want to go to school for dance education, and I want to be a dance teacher, and I was just trying to figure that out. And so since I was given those years as an assistant teacher at the studio, um I came back, and since I told my dance teacher that I wanted to study dance education, she offered me a job at the studio, and I worked like, I think it was more like once or twice a week, and it was the best time I've ever had. Like I just got to learn how to teach, and even though I'm like, it's still something that I want to improve on, because I don't think I'm the best teacher, but like that's why I'm going to college for it, and just gonna have more experience. And but yeah, so I was debating like where I wanted to go to school, and I knew have always wanted to go to BYU. Like every time my friends would ask me, they'd be like, "Where do you want to go to school?" I'm like, "I want to go to BYU." And they're like, "What do you want to study?" I was like, "Dance." And I want to be a dance teacher. And I would just tell them that. And that was like 6th grade. I would like when I first started figuring out what I wanted to do. And my friends, they would say what they wanted to be, but then that changes over time. And I honestly, like, it's weird to me because people are always like, yeah, I don't know what I want to do. And that literally does not matter to me. Like that's totally okay. That is completely fine if you don't know what you're gonna do. But for me, I've always known what I wanted to do, so I can't relate to them. So when they come to me like being like, well, how did you know that's what you wanted to do? I mean, like, I just have always known. It's just my passion, and it's my love, and dance has always been such a great thing for me, and I love people. And I think just dance teaching is just one of the greatest things that I could possibly do with my life. And also it's a great job that I can have as as I'm married, have kids. My kids could come to my studio and take classes. My husband can also work while I'm working, and it's just not the best option for me, because like if I were just going, I have always wanted to be a performer and dance and like travel the world with a company. But for me, like that would probably like that just wouldn't be where I end up. Like it's always something I've always wanted to do, but maybe I'll do it one time. But like I know that like I'll have my own performances with my studio. And yeah, I've always wanted to own my own studio, and I'm just really excited. So dance education is what I'm really going for. And so I was coming back from the year break of dance, and I it was like mid July of this summer, before summer senior year. And I was like, yep, we need to get on the auditions for college. And so that's what I started to do. And I wish I started earlier, because I really suggest if you're going into sports, if you're going into something that you already know what you're going to do, you need to start early. I would suggest junior year, all throughout junior year, however long. Like, I just really think you should really take the time to, like, focus on it if you know what you're going to do, because like, I just walked into it and I had 2 months before my auditions were due, and had to get solos in. I had to learn how to really, like, I already knew how to dance again. It wasn't really a big struggle to come back into dancing, but it was hard for my stamina. I was like, I had to, like, get back into, like, metabolism, like endurance, cardio, just everything like that you need as a dancer, balance, just everything. Like, I had to kind of relearn that and just get in the groove of things before, like, I go to college, before my auditions and everything. And that was really hard. Like, I really pushed through it. Like, those 2 months, I just spent all my time working on my solos at home. I would work on it, and I was in quarantine too, and I wasn't going to school. I was just online. So I got the time to like work on that. And that was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that time. Like, that time um I had to learn 2 solos, and I also had to, like, just film them because they were all online. I wouldn't be going in person to audition. And yeah, I also didn't know where I was going to apply. So me and my teacher, we sat down and picked schools that I would apply to. And I'm very excited, like, about, like, where I got into and everything. And it was like, when I heard her say, like, these are the schools you should apply to, and, like, here are some options, and I applied to, like, I think about 15. Um Actually, probably less than that, because I ended up just, like, not even wanting to go to a few of them. But I applied to a lot, and it was kind of scary because I honestly didn't think I would get into any of them. I genuinely wanted to go to BYU, because that just seemed like my ultimate, like, just dream, I guess. Like, it just seemed very, very, like, normal. Like, it just seems like me. Like, it just seemed like where my path was going. Um, so I did get into a few schools, which we'll get into later, but the audition process was, I think I want to focus on. It's like, I really, like, worked really hard, and it was 2 months before I had them due, and I just was new to dancing again, and it was coming back from, like, a long break. And I really just I really suggest, if you're going into something like that's like, you need to audition for, you need to practice for, like, you need to do something for, just start early. Really start early. Like, my friends who are theater majors who want to go into theater, like, they have been doing theater and they've been training since however long. And I wish I like had, like, taken, like, dance classes and actually stayed in dance for longer. But I think my path and everything that's going on with that, just really worked in my favor, and I still did really well in my auditions, and I'm very happy with how they turned out. And I just feel like I'm a better dancer because of all those decisions I made in the past. And I think I feel, like, good about where I'm going and everything. So I'll talk about, like, where I got into college and my plans with college right now. So I wanted to apply to schools that had good dance education programs, so that's what we mostly were looking for. And I got into Elon University as one of this is a pretty big accomplishment for me. Like, oh, it hurts a little bit that I can't go there, but I got into Elon University as one of the top 13 dancers, and that was crazy. Like, I was one of the top 13 dancers, and I'm just so, like, it was a big thing to get into Elon because, like, they only take a few dancers, and and Elon is such a pretty school, and it's just so cool to, like, get into that school, and I was just really wanting to go there. But ultimately that's just not where I'm headed. But that was a really cool one, and that was the top school on my list, besides BYU, and I was just really excited. But I'm sadly not going there. I also got into Hofstra University, and that's in New York. Oh, and Elon's in North Carolina. Hofstra was one of my top as well, and I got into that one, and that one was really exciting. I got into the school first, and then I also got into the dance program, because the dance program, the audition comes right after you get in. And I got into the dance program as well, and I'm just really, really excited about that, and I'm not going there, sadly. I also got into Point Park, and I got in academically first, and then I got into the dance program as well. And it's just so cool to like finally like just see like you get into like schools that like you just like didn't think you would get into at all. And it's just so awesome. Point Park, I believe, is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I believe. I could be totally wrong right now. I just don't know. I'm not going there any Yeah, I'm not going there. I also got into the University of Utah, which I did not get into the dance program, but I got in academically. That was one of my top as well. Um didn't really think I was gonna get in because I didn't get into the dance program, and that was kind of sad. That was like kind of like a little bummer, but like I kind of was like, you know what, fine. That's just where I'm not supposed to go, and I always wanted to go because they have a great dance program. And um yeah, it's just not where I was headed. I did not get into BYU, sadly, and that was kind of like, okay, ooh, okay, we're just staying at home. And that was interesting because I just moved to Texas, and it was a weird transition because I was like, I should probably stay home. Like if I don't get into a few colleges, like I should just stay here. Like if I don't get into BYU, I'm staying in Texas. I'm going to stay here, just do community college online, and that's where I'm headed. And very interesting, and I'm going to get into something later about where I'm headed now because I actually am going to college. But when I got into these colleges, I wanted to go there so badly, but also I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to be going to any of these, and I'm probably just going to be staying in Texas because I don't know. I think like I just moved with my family, and I was like, well, I want to spend more time with my family, so like why would I just move? Like again. Like I don't want to move again. Like that's kind of annoying, and but here we go. She's moving again. I will tell you where I'm going. I'll tell you the story of like how I figured out where I wanted to go. So like my friends here in um Texas, some of them are going to BYU, some of them are going to UVU, some of them are going to a few schools. And then some of my friends are going to BYU Idaho. And so I've always like there's always been like the stigma around like BYU Idaho, and like how it's like just like it's not you the acceptance rate is pretty high, like you can get in no matter who you are. And so I was always like a little like, should I go? Like I want to kind of be like one of the top people that like get to go, like, you know, like I just want to be like that smart, you know, like I want to be BYU Provo smart, you know. um but I was like, I don't know. I got this email one day, and it was from BYU Idaho saying that like there's still time um to apply. And I was like, maybe I should apply. So I just did, and I got in. Literally I found out 24 hours later, and I prayed about it. And I'm sorry, we're talking about religion again. I'm sorry. I prayed about it, and I then started looking at pictures of BYU Idaho and the campus, and I start bawling my eyes out. I was like, we're going there, because I was just going to stay here and just do community college online. And I thought I was going to travel the world. I was going to have a job. I was just going to be working before I left on my mission in March. And I was like, no, we're going to switch it around. So then I was like, am I actually going to go? I don't know. So I kind of like made that decision. I started thinking about it after I cried about it. And I was like, yeah, I think I definitely want to go. And then I was driving one day, and I just like looked around myself, because like driving in Texas for me is so therapeutic. Best thing for me, like I just love driving here. And I just start like crying, like uncontrollably crying. Like I was just like laughing, and like they're all happy tears, and I was just like, I just started screaming. I was just like so happy. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to BYU Idaho. And it was such a good thing for me to like actually be like, I know my future now. So I'm studying dance at BYU Idaho. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm a dance major at BYU Idaho, and I'm studying choreography and performance. And then I'm just going to fall semester, and then I will be leaving um for my mission in March. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Um, I just can't wait to be in the dorms. I can't wait to be on campus and like be actually like a college student, because like that's always been my dream. Like I have like Pinterest boards of like my dorm, and I've always like been like, I want to go to college. But like then when I figured out I wasn't going to college, like I was like, I'm just gonna stay at home and like wait till after my mission. I was like, like it kind of was a bummer. Like all my friends are packing up for college and like figuring out what their dorm's gonna look like, and I'm kind of like just sitting here like I want to do that. And then when I figured out I was going to BYU Idaho, I just am so excited. I already have like things on my wish list of like things to buy, and I'm just so excited. So that's kind of my plan. And it's very interesting because like it's like you audition, and I auditioned like for like a few months, and the process was long but also very very time consuming but also very short. Like I spent like a whole day of audition tapes. Like I literally was at my studio drenched in sweat, dying. I could not breathe, just all day going with all my audition videos, and I got it done in 2 days actually. It took like a full like it was like 2 to like I don't even know like sometime around like 8ish, and then the next day from like 12 to like I think around 4 or something like that. And it was just a long time to audition, but it's very interesting. Like you go from like auditioning thinking you're gonna go to one of these colleges, and then all of a sudden like your life gets switched around, and like it's like honestly what comes down to is like if you can afford it, if that's genuinely what you want to go, where you want to go, or what you want to do. So my dream school was BYU because they have a good dance program, and I took the dance intensive. But to be honest, I absolutely hated the dance intensive. Now, I'm not like trying to throw hate out there or like tell you not to do the intensive. It's just personally my opinion. I hated it. I literally cried so many nights like in my dorm room because it was a 2-week intensive, and they put me in the lowest class, and I was like the lowest level of class, and I was like I'm a better dancer than this. Like I'm not supposed to be with these people. And they wouldn't move me up, and I was like super confused. I was not very happy with the situation. Definitely helped my ego because I came from dancing and being like the best in the studio to then like be like the worst at this intensive, and like I wasn't the worst at the intensive, and I knew that, but like it just kind of felt like that just because of where I was put and everything. um but yeah, so I'm just like kind of like happy I'm not going to BYU because I feel like there's just like I've always wanted to go, but I feel like just because I'm going to BYU Idaho, I feel like there's just like so much because I've been to BYU a few times. Like I went to 2 camps, and then I went to another 2-week camp for dance. And I love the campus, I love the people, and I feel like it would just be a great time. But also because I've been there so much and I know what it's like, I'm kind of like, okay, well, BYU Idaho, let's have some new experiences, meet new people that I usually wouldn't meet, and like let's just live it up there. And I honestly think I'm gonna have a blast at BYU Idaho, and I honestly don't think like my plan was to get to like after my mission to just transfer to BYU Provo, but I'm actually just gonna stay at BYU Idaho, and I'm excited about it because I don't know, I've never tried the dance program there, but I've heard good things about it, and I don't need the best education for my job. I just need to know how to teach. I need to dance, and that's all I need. I don't need like this massive like, like it's not. I don't need to go to a Division 1 school, even though it's not like, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know. I'm just excited, and I think that's it's just where my path's going. Like whatever. I'm honestly like very satisfied with the college decisions that I was given. So I also want to talk about like college decisions and like if you're struggling with college decisions. Um, for me, it wasn't like necessarily that hard. I think it it just came down to like, can I afford it? How far away is it from my family? Am I willing to like live out there by myself? Am I gonna find a job easily? Am I gonna what about like going on my mission? Can I just go for the fall semester? What like should I transfer? Should I not transfer? Like what's going on with that? And ultimately all those schools just basically said, yeah, no to me. Like they screamed no at me. And even if you don't get into your dream school, like I didn't get into BYU, ultimately like that's just not where you're meant to be. And you're going to find out sooner or later where you're meant to go. And it's just exciting. It's exciting stuff. I don't know, it's just whatever suits you. And I think it just depends on the person, and for me what suits me is the atmosphere, the tuition, I'm not going to lie, the housing, um I think like of course the major, like I needed to study dance, and that's what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. Woo! Cuz oh my gosh, that's really exciting. I'm really excited to study dance. I feel like that's all about the story that I'm going to talk about. I feel like No, I'll just get into, like, advice as, like, being a senior and, like, graduating high school and, like, what that's like. Okay, let's talk about the preparations I took. Man, this is bad. So, like, as a high schooler, I don't think I was the best. I could have worked harder. Now, if you're a freshman or going into freshman year or even, like, a junior or sophomore or even senior, please do better on your grades. I mean, I actually had very good grades. I don't like there was not like one like failing grade ever. But I feel like I could have personally done better. Like I just kind of slacked a little bit like freshman year. And I think it's normal. Every kid will go through that, but like I think like if you just realize that like you're going to want to go to college later and you want to get into like your dream school, you need to start working. You need to start working. And I kind of wish like I people told me that and I kind of was like okay, well, I'm just gonna be going here or there, and I don't really think I'm gonna end up there, and whatever. So I don't really need to work that much. No, you need to be working harder. Anyway, I also think you should apply to as many colleges as possible. I applied to like I was gonna apply to like 25, but like narrowed it down to like 15, and then I think I narrowed it down to like 5 to 10. So it's just honestly like you just find as many schools as possible, then narrow it down to like the major, the different like aspects of it, and then like if that school's gonna satisfy you or not. So I think just finding those schools is generally very good, and just find as many schools as possible because then you have as many like so many options. Yeah. Also, it truly whatever school you get into and in schools you don't get into, it's truly what's meant to be. And like as disappointing as it is, like it's just meant to be. And you're gonna go to like you're gonna find the school and you're gonna be like, wow, yep, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I'm excited for you guys if you're a senior and you're going into college, and if you're a junior and you're like really excited for it, I'm excited for you. You got this. I just really think you should work harder, and I'm gonna give you my best advice as a senior because I am a senior and I'm graduating, and I'm just gonna tell you what I think you should do. I personally think you should live in high school. This is probably the best advice I'll give you about being a senior, like as a senior. Um, you should just live. Like make as many friends as possible. That have like the same moral values as you. Luckily I've had some great friends who all just are the same person as me. Like they're all just like they're all fun, energetic, and they all like share the same moral values. They all just like think the same way, and they're not bad people. I think you need to fit in the crowds that like really lift you up and like support you. um, I feel like you should also just enjoy high school. Just enjoy it. High school, like you don't want to be at school. Like it's annoying. It's like it's crazy. Oh my gosh. They tell you freshman year, they're like all the seniors are like, yeah, 4 years go by this quick. They go like this quick, and I didn't believe them. I was like, no, 4 years is way too long. But holy crap, guys, it went by fast, and I'm now realizing this. Like it went by so fast. I'm a senior. I'm literally have 2 months till I graduate. That is weird. But just enjoy it. Soak in all that time with your friends, with like just man. I just live in the moment a lot because I just learned how to live in the moment, and like living in the moment is so good for your soul, just good for your memories, and it's just like I don't know, living in the moment is just so important. Um these are like the you make your high school years the way you want it to be. Like if you want it to be like the best years of your life, make it that way. You like choose. You are it's your life. Like it's your choice. It can either be the worst or best years of your life. And that's just simply put like if you're not wanting to be happy and like have success or have fun in high school, then that's your choice. But like you can also just make it fun, even though it's difficult to wake up in the morning and go to school and just be that hardworking person. You got this, and it's just the start of like your new life, and that's just simply put. um I also think you should balance your good grades, life, extracurriculars, work, and friends. I It was a struggle for me to like balance school, dance, and friends. So that's why put dance aside for a year and spent time on school and friends. Not the best decision I made, but I could have done better. I could have balanced it better. But then as I went into my senior year, I balanced it a lot more. I had friends, I had work, and I had dance, and I had school. I balanced it perfectly. I had a lot of free time on my hands actually. Once I balanced it, and I'm actually balancing it right now. I work, dance, have friends, and I go to school, and I'm balancing it perfectly fine. And I feel like if you find that balance where you can enjoy yourself and also do the things that you love, and if you just focus on like your just goals and just balance it all, you're just going to enjoy high school a lot more. And I think just my best advice to you is just live in high school. Do the best, like just have the best years of your life, because these years are so key to your growth, and you're a teenager, so just live. And that's just genuinely like my best advice. And I'm living right now in Texas, and that's just, it's so much fun. You're gonna definitely have hard days, good days, whatever, but just genuinely live in high school, because they're one of the greatest years in my life that I've had. And I don't know, I'm just happy I went to high school. What? Yeah, of course I'm happy I went to high school. Like, I had to go to high school. Weird. Anyway. Frankly, like, I just, like, I don't think this was, like, more, like, an advice session. I feel like it was more just, like, talking about, like, my future. But I feel like my experiences might help you. Like, I feel like just showing you like what I went through to get to the point where I am right now and going to BYU Idaho, it could help you like figure out where you want to go, what you want to do. Um and if you're struggling on what you want to do, I think just try new things out. Like, I have some friends, they wanted to go into marine biology, but now they want to go into like business, and like they want to do this and that. And like, honestly, if you don't even know what you want to do, just try new things. And as I just literally said, I think there's so much to do out there. And even if you go as an undecided major, like, that's totally fine. But if you do know what you want to do, like me, like I have some friends, they want to go in as theater majors, dance majors, or whatever. You can easily just practice it, work towards it, and just really strive towards your goals. Just work hard. Even if you don't know what you're going to do, just work hard on your grades. Work hard on like the things that you love, and just balance your life. And I'm excited to bring you guys along on my journey and everything. I definitely will be doing this podcast in college too, so that'll be fun. And then like my second season of this podcast, I'll be doing episodes with people, so it's gonna be like not just me, but it's gonna be just me a few times. But just because I think a few friends want to join in, and that's totally fine with me. Like, I love having conversations with people, and I think more voices and more opinions will definitely be helpful for some other topics we might want to dive deep into. Um, I just hope this episode maybe helped you with the college decision process, college just journey, like how you get up to that high school journey. Um, it's just more like my experiences and everything. And yeah, I'm excited. Woo! Yay! Well, let's kind of just do some maybe affirmations today, because I told you guys we'd do 3 every day. I will accomplish my dreams. Number one. I will accomplish my dreams. Say it with me, everybody. I will accomplish my dreams. Period. Number 2. I am strong. I am strong. Say it with me. I am strong. Period. Okay, last one. We're just gonna say it. I love myself. I love myself. Say it with me. I love myself. Good. Glad you said it with me. I love you, and you should love yourself. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next episode. And I'm sorry this one's a little late. Just, kind of busy gal, but, it's all good. Hopefully this episode helped. I don't know. But I love you guys. See you in the next one.